I'm Corbett Wall with DV Auction, here with your feeder flash for Friday, March the 4th, brought to you in part by Norbrook. Norbrook's products undergo the same FDA required testing, monitoring, reporting as name brand products, giving producers complete confidence in these generic products. For more information, go to norbrook.com. War trumps supply and demand. Our fundamentals are excellent in the cattle market right now, but this latest black swan that I'm calling this war between Russia and Ukraine, or actually it's just Russia. Ukraine didn't want a war. Russia invaded them and went in there to take over just because of greed. But this war, and it's mostly over energy and oil and all the things that go with there. It is wiping out our rally here in your fat cattle market and your feeders and all classes of cattle. It's taken your grains to the moon. It's taken oil way up over $100 a barrel. Our fertilizer, which was already sky high, it's getting even higher. And this deal is getting worse and not better. And how far can it go? I don't know. I mean, it's kind of like, how high can this inflation go? And it just keeps going up and up and up. But I tell you what, we're in bad shape now. And now all of a sudden, our cattle futures have bearish technical signals. And how that can be when we're completely oversold, I don't understand how that actually works. But it's all about the squiggly lines on the graph there. But now a lot of our investors are going to fall out of favor because they don't like the technical signals that we see on your cattle futures, and I would tell you what, we're up against it. But April live cattle made a new low for the year in March. That doesn't happen, but it does whenever you have black swan things come into account there. But you know, where can this grain stop? Nobody knows. And how that's affecting our live cattle futures, I don't understand. I still believe we're going to have plenty of demand for our beef out there, but box beef cutouts continue to go down. They have not responded to the seasonality that normally brings them back up. So I mean, we're in dismal times right now, and I try to bring some positives. I mean, I give you the high quotes for the day at the end of every report, and I'm trying to see the bright side of things. But until we get something figured out with this war and how we overcome the oil and all the energy and all that, I don't see where we're going to come back around, because our fundamentals are bullish, but it doesn't show anywhere. It's just all about the war and all the negativity that goes about that. But I had a friend share with me some fertilizer prices out of Kansas. And I mean, they're just unbelievable, and in fact, they're higher than this in some places. But anhydrous that a lot of people use in Kansas right now is at $14.87 a ton, compared to a year ago it was $4.82 a ton. That's astronomical. How can these guys afford to do it? Urea, which is $9.05 a ton now, compared to $3.87 a year ago. But that's just a small just amount of what this fertilizer has gone up. Our fuel prices have gone up. All your inputs for your farmers and your cattle producers and everybody has just gone straight up, and it's gone up for our consumers too. So at some point they're going to have to back off and lower the quality of meals that they're eating. And in fact, they're probably going to back off of some of your higher cuts of steak and things like that. Excuse me, I'll get over this cold eventually. Let's talk about your futures market. April live cattle futures down $1.75, sitting at $138.35 for April, which has been trading at a huge premium for the last 6 months or so, or at least, to what cash is, and now it's trading at a discount, several dollar discount. June live cattle down $1.35 at $135.15. Go on your back months of your live cattle, they were down $1.05 to up just 15 on your far outs, but that's not anything. How about feeder cattle? March feeder cattle contracts down $1.95. The grains continue to soar, sitting at $156.35 And that's just about par with your real-time index that I'm going to talk about later. As these finally your cash prices on your feeder cattle have come down significantly this week. I mean, we've lost $10 this week. But April feeder cattle down 247 at 160.52. Going your back months, your feeder cattle down 87 to down $2.50. Talk about grains. Corn was up 12.25 cents during regular trading on Thursday, closing at 7.51 cents a bushel. Wow. Beans up 2.75 cents at 16.80 Kansas City wheat has launched into outer space. Kansas City hard red winter wheat up 66.75 cents. These daily limits are so huge now, it's enough to take anybody's head off on any product. But up 66.75 cents a bushel, now trading at 11.40 a bushel for Kansas City hard red winter wheat. Fat cattle trade, we saw a little bit more trade come out. The bulk of it was sold on Wednesday, but we had a little bit more trade on Thursday. Iowa had 4,200 head confirmed on Thursday, 15,400 for the week, which is a little bit light, but we're in light trading anymore. 141 to 143 live, 223 to 225 dressed. Nebraska 3,100 head, about 20,000 for the week, which is close to normal for them. Live sales 140 to 141, dress sales 223 to 224. Kansas only a few loads, about 9,800 for the week, and just some dress sales in the northern part of Kansas at 224 on Thursday. Texas didn't have any confirmed sales on Thursday, only 5,400 head for the week. Box beef cutout values, as I told you earlier, were down hard, especially select. Starting to see that select choice spread climb a little bit bigger all the time now. Where just last week your select was quoted higher than your choice one day. But choice cuts 254.35 down $1.37. Selects 247.79 down $3.55. Choice select spread now $6.56. Slaughter very aggressive, and packers are getting aggressive now, especially now that they're buying cattle so much cheaper. But up through Thursday, 493,000. That's 15,000 more than the same week a year ago, and about 8,000 more than 15,000 more than the same week a week ago, and 485,000 a year ago, which was about 8,000 less than this week. But talk about what else is going on. DV auction, we're in the middle of bull season right now. We do production sales, that's our bread and butter. We did 1,600 of them last year. We're on scale to do that many or more this year. If you guys are having a production sale, you need to get a hold of us. Nobody's got more registered buyers, prospective buyers of registered bulls and breeding stock than DV auction does. Nobody's got a better traffic coming in shopping for bulls. But our production sale report for February come in. On our February production sales, we had over 32,000 bids come in through the DV auction console, 5,600 lots sold, and $29.4 million worth of purchases. Now, just on Thursday, Bieber Red Angus Ranch that I've been advertising here on the feeder flash, they had a great sale. It grossed $1.932 million. Just through DV auction, we had 91 heads sold on there for over $600,000 with almost 1,400 unique viewers watching the Bieber Red Angus sale there. So great sale for them, and congratulations to them. Let's talk about some of our property advertisements here. That Texas property in Gray County, Texas, that land sale there, almost 1,100 acres there, east of Pampa, Texas, which is extreme top of Texas there, the northern part of the Texas Panhandle, not North Texas, but northern Texas Panhandle. It's on the split of Highway 60 and 52 right there, 440 acres of crop ground right there. Another 636 acres lies just to the north of that. At the old home place there, they got a good well on that place, 360 to 370 acres of crops. The rest of it's in native grassland right there. There'll be some good hunting in that property if you guys are interested in that. For birds and whatever you like to hunt, there'll be some good hunting in that property there, and you could lease it out on top of that. All your minerals, water, and wind rights go with that place. Now they're taking bids from March 11th just to March 14th. So if you guys want to get in there, if you want to ask questions about that property, or you wanting to place a bid on that property, you need to send an email to johnmcdowell55@gmail.com. So, or you can give them a call there. But if you guys are interested in that property, you might find quite a treasure there. Let's talk about your feeder cattle market. Your real-time index on DV auction late in the day on Thursday, sitting at 156.42. That was down just 19 cents after being down about $2.50 on Wednesday, but maybe we're finding a little bit of traction right here, but gosh dang, they just keep pulling the rug out from under us. How about your big sales on Thursday? Winter livestock, Pratt, Kansas, about 6,000 head, had a big sale, ran late. Feeders, $1 to $7 lower is what they look like on your automated market report. But, you know, they had some pretty good quotes there. But top quote that I saw out of Pratt was 65 head, 854 pound steers at 156.75. You may not think that's very good, but for the most part on Thursday, your 800 to 1,000 pound feeder steers were selling in the 140s in most places. Even in the northern plains, a lot of them too, guys. I mean, we have just taken a toll here. How about farmers and ranchers livestock in Salina, Kansas, about 5,000 head there. A lot of cattle moving. Your feeders weighing over 800 pounds, according to your online automated market report through Cattle Market Central. Over 800 pounds, $1 to $4 lower. Steer calves are $2 to $9 higher. Heifer calves not nearly as well, about $2 to $12 lower, but stick out deal on some lightweight calves out of Salina, Kansas. 57 head, 485 pound steer calves bring $228. How about Ogallala, Nebraska? They had the best sale that we saw anywhere on Thursday. 6,250 head of cattle. Look at this automated market report through Cattle Market Central, and they had really well tested weight groups all the way through your steers and your heifers. We'll go through them here. 625 head of your 6-weight steer calves, average 646 at 189.85. Pretty smoky. 1,055 head of your 7-weight steer calves, average 756 with a weighted average price of 167.76. And 506 head of your 8-weight feeder steers, average 836 at 157.41. That's awfully good. How about your heifers? 907 head of your 5-weight heifer calves, average 544 at 177.59. 639 head of your 6-weight heifer calves, average 646 with a weighted average price of 161.27. And 672 head of the 7-weight heifers, average 751 at 146.48. Big drop off there from your 6 to your 7-weight heifers. How about the best quote that I saw out of Ogallala was on some NHTC non-hormoned cattle with all the paperwork to go. 148 head. 148 head, 790 pound steers, NHTC at 175. Mocan Livestock, Butler, Missouri, my good friends there, the Herzogs, sold 89 head, 639 pound steers at 182.25. But the best quote that I saw anywhere on Thursday come out of Mitchell Livestock, Mitchell, South Dakota. Giralgro, top quote for the day, 69 head, 714 pound steers at 179.75. That's your feeder flash for Friday.